I have 2 brothers and 3 sisters, and one of them goes to 2nd grade, one of them goes to kinder, and the other goes to preschool, and the other ones stay home. I feel like a role model for them. I need to, because they don't have anyone to look up to, and I don't either. But if I do my best in school and I have a future, hopefully they follow my steps, and they hopefully they'll be a role model to their kids and all that stuff. Something that my mom couldn't do.
Every day, roughly 34,000 students walk the hallways of our imagined schools. In our communities and in our nation's educational system, they are often reduced to mere statistics. But to us, and in our schools, they are so much more. There are faces for each data point and every fact. And for every statistic, there's a story. We dare you to have the courage to walk in their shoes. We ask you to feel their hopes, live their challenges, and believe in their right to rise. The right to be seen, the right to be heard, the right to learn. As Imagine educators, this is our moral imperative: to empower purpose and potential through education.
Well, when I grow up, I want to be an architect.
I want to go into the Marines.
I really love to write. Fire. I want to be a lawyer.
Every Imagine campus is uniquely established to meet the needs of our local communities and students. On our foundation of shared values and measures of excellence, educational opportunities are forged. Dual language immersion, international baccalaureate studies, STEM and Cambridge early college programs are just a few of the ways we personalize learning. We at Imagine Schools are bringing educational equity to local communities, providing access to effective education.
When I get older, I want to be a marine biologist. I actually want to build an aquarium.
I want to become a cop if I don't make it with basketball.
In my house, my mom called me a fixer because I fix everything, and they can count on me to fix stuff if it gets broken.
I am considering being a novelist because of all of the things that I have learned from English.
I want to be a leader to Imperial Valley too, because I'm not sure if being a fireman would be a leader, but that's what I want to be when I grow up.
I'm hoping to attend a Northeastern business school or a politics school. Either I would like Ivy League to be preferable would be the goal.
I feel like I can change the world with education.
For my career goal, I know definitely going into politics or business, one thing I would really want to focus on is making the world a better place. It's leaving an imprint on the world, knowing that I've done something in this world that has benefited others, that has made others feel as if they're equal, as if they have the same opportunity as everyone else.
Too often, opportunity does not match the aspiration of our students. Poverty, lack of educational choice, family issues, and a lack of resources cause our students to stumble before they even reach the starting line.
Last year, I had a student who started off pretty strong, and as the year progressed, she would give up. And she was very bright, and she was very smart, and she had reasons too. I know there was underlying reasons that were making her give up. There was a lot going on. But as an Imagine teacher, as a teacher at an IB school, seeing a student give up and not saying anything it's not our culture. That's not how we teach. And I pushed, and she hated me. And the last day of school, she left saying, "I hate you, Miss Rajani." And it hurt because you don't want to hear a student say she hates you. But now when I see her in the hall, she's ready to give me hugs. And I know if I hadn't pushed her, she wouldn't know her ability. And I know she hated me now, but 10 years from now, 15 years from now, when she goes back and remembers Mrs. Rajani pushed me, she made sure I did my work. She made sure I tried my best. I'm hoping that hate turns into love.
At the other school, all they talk about is like people being on the streets with guns and things.
When I first met him, he had all incompletes, all eyes for incompletes. And I told his mom, I said, listen, this kid needs a brighter future. He's a great kid, he works hard, but he doesn't know how.
My grades at my old school was terrible because I never did homework, and when I did, I guessed them all.
Where the first year he came, he was kind of nervous, timid, he didn't know how to deal with situation. He didn't really understand how people cared. Where before I thought, you just threw him out there, he went to class, whatever happened, happened. We need to start understanding what these kids need. So many kids come to this school and they're having issues of hunger, nobody to talk to, nobody to open up to. And then we wonder, we expect them to succeed. Well, if they don't feel the warmth and the love they're not getting at home, and if you bring it to them here at the school and provide the teaching, you can't lose. It's 100%. And we're providing something that is well needed. And I don't see no other way but to continue what we're doing.
Coach Mark also, he feeds me and makes sure I'm on point with basketball and grades.
When we moved to Texas, we tried to do the public schooling system and it really didn't work for me. I was only in there 1 year, my 4th grade year, and I hated it.
In subjects like math and things, I look at it from different viewpoints.
We are challenged. Everybody is challenged.
The biggest challenge for me is kind of the quarter-life crisis is what am I going to do with my future? What am I going to do as my career?
The students in my class have all very different needs. Some of them are from broken families. Some come from families where, sad to say, a parent may be in jail, be in prison. They see a lot of bad things third graders shouldn't be seeing at their age. They have they're exposed to a lot of things in the neighborhoods that they live in. Some of them are just very needy.
My dad, he hasn't been there for me, never. And I just want to show him that I'll accomplish my dream, even though he won't know.
A lot of our students come from the inner city, and that brings its own stigma with it. And there may be some difficulty with other educators in being able to surpass that stigma and actually reach out and realize that that's a child that, just like any other child, that needs that love and caring and that opportunity to have an education where they can be successful. It's one of the reasons I'm here, one of the reasons I've stayed with Imagine for 8 years, because I believe in the kids that come to me and I believe that they can be successful students.
We have the highest unemployment rate in the nation, this great nation of ours. So I know the struggles that they're faced with a lot of times is just the economic struggles that comes with the high unemployment rate. Not having enough money to pay for the bills, not having enough money to have a decent sized place, not having enough money to sometimes put bread and butter on the table.
Oh, here in the Imperial Valley, there's not many opportunities for jobs. I mean, all the people from Mexicali come over here and they take over the jobs, or they have to work in fields. And there's not many jobs here, it's small. So a lot of people move to San Diego or all that stuff over there, Virginia and all that thing. And that's why I want to move from here. So, because I don't think there's going to be a place for me here to work at.
We're a border town school, and we have a lot of our families that have been separated because of the immigration laws. So many times some of our children are living with an aunt, an uncle, or they're living out of a hotel, or they're living with the foster families because parents have been deported. So that is something that we're faced with. But we reassure the families, we reassure the children, the students, that they are part of our family and that we're going to do whatever it takes to make them feel valued and connected with us and give them that support and that closeness and that warmth that they need in order to feel loved, nourished, and to feel supported so they can continue their education.
In the other school, they wasn't getting the help they needed, educational or behavioral. 2 of my kids are on the IEP program and they just wasn't getting the help that they needed. TRAVON he tried to set the school on fire. He always had to be moving up under the table. TRAVON couldn't do it with loud noises. So, like I said, they wanted to label him like bad. And I'm like, no, there's more to it than just being bad. So that the end of his first grade year is when I came to Imagine to check the school out. When TRAVON started here at Imagine, he was well beneath the reading level. He was in the 4th grade when he started here. He was well beneath the reading level, to the point where TRAVON wouldn't read at all.
At other schools, sometimes I was kind of the left out kid because of just who I am and my personality.
Every time I get in trouble, sometimes I thought it was cool, sometimes I didn't. And it was hard for me to change because I always had that sense in me that, oh, I need to be better than everyone else, I need to be stronger than everyone else. And I always had to be like over them.
Our students face many obstacles, but these challenges do not excuse us from expecting even more from our students and ourselves. If anything, Imagine educators set expectations higher, knowing our students must run a longer race in order to achieve success.
Meeting Coach Mark made my life better because he put me in the right school so I can be helped with a lot of things.
And now I think he has a 2.8 GPA. And that's from working hard. And I told him, hard work pays off. All I need you to do is keep working hard. Trust me, I will guide you, and trust the people here. If you learn to do that, you will have a brighter future.
I feel safe and I can be myself.
From the time he started from now, I'm very proud of him. He's gotten bigger, smarter.
When I grow up, I think I will be like Coach Mark.
He's already got a scholarship to another private school that's offering, once he leaves here, he'll be going to a private school for a full education. So I'm very proud of him, and he's a great kid.
Me, I think Coach Mark is like a father figure.
Being the first to go to college and finish high school is like surprising. I'm really proud. Like, I don't know, it just feels good because I want my brothers to tell their friends or their kids that my sister was the first to go to high school. And now you have to follow my steps, just like I did with my sisters. I would love to hear that one day. I really would.
I don't feel like I would have the same opportunities that I have in Imagine that I would have at another school, because most schools only teach to the test. They only teach so you can pass the test, and there isn't anything beyond that. However, at Imagine, we're encouraged to go beyond the test, to go into those critical thinking aspects.
I focused on the positives of ADHD rather than the negative aspects of it. So to do that, I did a film called ADHD Teenagers, A Difference Not a Disorder. I show my positives with ADHD with music, so I show how my ADHD allows me to do music. And then I kind of like do almost like a call of action type thing where I try to show teenagers who have ADHD that they can also be just as successful, but also for people who don't have it to look at it differently.
I think the school allows me to focus on certain issues and include that into my career goals and my future goals in general.
I mean, there is a lot of work, of course, but there's a lot of learning and there's a lot of growth that can be done. And I feel like we're constantly encouraged to become not just better not better students, but better individuals as well.
Coming here, the teachers actually work with me to be able to figure out how I learn differently, and then they help teach me in that way to see if I better understand it.
We have amazing teachers who are always there to help and who love their subject, and because they love their subject, they're able to pass that passion onto us as well.
At my old school, I was a troublemaker, and this over here, I'm a role model. And I never thought that would happen, but that's what happened when it came to the school.
I do think that Imagine has given us those opportunities to become a problem solver for the future.
It's just an amazing feeling to know that as a school, we've helped our global community, we've helped people around us who need it, and we're starting to make a change, whether it's small, around the world.
The school helps with the band, like for example, like just yesterday I talked to the band teacher and he told me I told him I needed a trumpet because mine broke. And right away Miss Jimenez said that, oh, we have a trumpet in storage. and tomorrow I'll bring it to you, and that's how I got my trumpet already, and I'm already in band playing. It's really fun, and that's a way the school helps too.
So I again went and rented a trumpet for him so that he can have for music class this month. A lot of our staff here at our school really embraces helping the children, and that's one of the things that I tell them, you know what, if you have the love for kids, then you can do this job. We can teach you and take you to training for learning strategies, how to teach, how to engage students, but you have to have the passion. I can't teach you that.
Bad influences, you know, bad things have happened to me, and I come to the school and look at me, I'm treasurer, I'm captain of the sports.
I have high expectations for all of my students. They know what those are, they know that I'm consistent, they know that I'm fair, and they will do whatever they can to try to meet those for me, for themselves and for me, because they know I care about them.
It's never too late for anyone to start over, especially if you're as young as I am. It's easy, all you have to tell yourself is that I'm gonna change, stay dedicated to it.
That a lot of their achievements that they make, those aha moments for them, are aha moments for me too. I think I get as excited when they finally get something, when we've been working so hard for it. When they finally get it, I think I'm just as excited, if not more so, than they are.
They would pull him out of class in a small group, and as the years progressed, Tywayne started coming more out of his shell and reading more. He would not give up on himself. That was the main thing. For a while, he didn't want help. He wanted to do it on his own. Then once he realized that he needed help, so he accepted the help, and now that he's in the 8th grade, he's at his reading level and doing good, and not afraid to talk or read in front of his peers.
Now, because I'm reading at a grade level, I feel confident and happy, and now I know how to pronounce words and and now I know what the words mean, and now I won't be scared to read out loud.
The teachers and the students is a family to me.
This school, with him, they've done miracles working with him. That's the one child they never, ever gave up on. And he's done the whole 360, academics and behavior-wise. If this school would not have been here, I don't know where TRAVON would have been right now. I don't know what I would have did as a parent, because I would have refused to put him back in a public school because of the way that he got treated there. Every child deserves the right to know what's going on with them, and every child deserves the right to get taught based on how they learn.
I'm gonna be the first person in my family to go to college unless my sister go to college.
This school, imagine, has been a big lifeline for my kids. Yes, it has.
I think Imagine Chancellor is a lifeline for many of our students. Because remember, being at risk doesn't mean you have to be poor or wealthy. Being at risk is kids with issues and problems that we don't see. So every time a student comes to our school, it's best, like I said, we provide an education that not only deals with just teaching about math, reading, but also about life. And that's what the school brings, and that's why I love coming to work. I really enjoy getting up and coming to work.
My school has helped me become a person I'm proud of. You know, they've helped me behaviorally, academically, mentally, and physically. I feel like I'm very well prepared for my future because the school is allowing me to get the education that I need.
We are truly family here at Imagine Imperial. So if that means I got to go to a soccer game on a Saturday and root for Raul and say, go Raul, make that goal, then I'm gonna do that.
I've been here all my life, so it actually feels like a second home. That's what my mom calls it. She calls it a second home for me.
We're gonna help fill that void, so if family members are unable to make it because they've been deported because they're not here within the community, then we're gonna be there to help show that support, to help show that child that we definitely care, that we connect with you. Does that make it a long day for us? Absolutely it does. But we value that child. We value making that connection with the family, with that student, to help them be successful. And it makes all the difference in the world.
I keep coming back to Imagine because people around here are so awesome. They always have a smile on their face when they see me.
we have the ability in a small school here and a real family atmosphere to be able to say, hey, let's talk about this, what's going on. And it's wonderful to be able to know your students and to have your students email you, text you, stay in contact with you over the summer, to call you not only their teacher, but to call you their inspiration. That is what makes this place extraordinary.
There's a few teachers that made an impact on me in school. They all taught me to do my best, always strive to what I wanted, never give up on what I wanted to do, show people that I can and cannot, what I can and cannot do, to always speak my mind. They told me to never give up on anything in life.
At the end of the day, I want to go to bed at night, every night, with peace, knowing that I have taught extremely well, that I have moved my students to action, whether it is thought, word, or deed.
I'm very grateful that teachers never gave up on me, because if they did, I probably wouldn't be at the stage that I'm at right now. Thank you for not giving up on me.
You guys are children of the future, and you guys are, each and every one of you, are destined for greatness.
Walking in the shoes of our students isn't easy, but it's the only way we will change the direction of their lives. Our students are more than statistics. Every student is a story. Each student deserves the right to rise above educational inequity. Every child must have an effective education that empowers success, and each student needs the chance to walk confidently into a future filled with purpose and hope. Imagine Schools is that place, the place where students are seen, heard, and loved. The place where students learn to become successful in school and in life. As Imagine educators, it is our moral imperative to help our students find purpose and potential through education. And it is our responsibility, our joy, to empower their success.